So sometimes you can be like taking a lot of pictures of yourself and people think, oh, she thinks she's all that, where you really don't. Like, you really don't feel that way about yourself, but you want people to think that you're confident, so you are taking a lot of pictures of yourself, or you might negatively talk down about yourself, you know, or avoid pictures altogether. Like, no, I don't want to be in pictures because, you know, I'm really not that, you know. So be mindful that there are people out there that I call our emotional predators, that when they see that you don't feel a certain way about yourself, they move in because now they feel like you don't have your back. So if you don't have your back, you're not going to be able to stand up when it comes to them. They look at it as an opportunity to be able to come in and get whatever it is that they want to get from you, because they see that you don't have your back as much as you should and would not allow them in. If you had the confidence and the unconditional love you have for yourself, they would never even be there, and they know that. Okay? So be mindful of the people that you keep around you and bring in towards you, Aries. Whew, what I'm seeing, everybody is getting this freaking card. This is the Three of Cups, okay? So either some of you have been soothing yourselves with going out a lot or drinking a lot, and you're doing that because you're wounded in some type of way. So you are soothing you're soothing some of your emotions and issues here. Libra had the same thing. Gemini had this same thing. Maybe it was Gemini. It was Gemini that had this. So you might be dealing with a Gemini or out partying with a Gemini. But some of you, this is talking about third party situation. So some of you might be the wounded warrior because someone you were dealing with had you in a third party situation. It could also be the third party doesn't have to be romantic type of situation. It could be you're the wounded warrior because someone you were dealing with was gossiping about you or y'all's business to other people, or there's people around you. There's people around you that are celebrating without you or celebrating your demise in some way, shape, or form. There could be some people that are out to get you, or you feel are out to get you. It could be a group of people at work. It could be family members. It could be friends, that sort of thing. All right, so a lot of different messages here. Let's look at the foundation. Yeah, okay, so I see that you're very ambitious here. Right now, whatever it is that you are doing, it's like you have some ambitions here, some goals that you're trying to attain. There's something that you're ambitious about. We will go ahead and clarify that. Yeah, so there's something here that you're worried about. You're very, very worried, or you're having nightmares about. It's like you're wanting to accomplish something here, but you also feel like you might have to move on. It's like, do I fight for this or do I move on? You're stuck in that energy. You know, do I put up the fight and let people know that I know what they're saying about me? Do I fight for this situation if there is a third party going on? Do I stay in it and try to be competitive and try to win this person? Or do I just leave? Do I try to beat these people at their own game? Or should I just move on? That's the vibe I'm getting. And then you also have the Two of Pentacles here. All right. So with the Two of Pentacles, this is juggling or trying to become balanced. You might feel mentally imbalanced right now because everything that's going on. Some of you are struggling with depressions and anxieties here based on your past, the past things that have happened to you. Some of you, this third party situation or people coming up against you or whatever was something that is of the past, but it keeps reoccurring in your life. So it's just like it's caused some mental instability for you right now. So you don't really trust people. You don't really know who is who, because you've dealt with this in the past before. But there's something here. It's like, should I fight for this? Should I let people know that I'm on to it? Or should I just walk away? Now, you could possibly be someone that is allowing a third party situation. You might be talking to several different people because you don't want to select one person and then be wounded. So it's like, you know what, you might have been playing this game of, I'm going to talk to a couple of different people and not really fully commit to somebody. And you kind of have your guard up and you're very ambitious in the sense of, I'm not going to get freaking hurt again. But at the same time, you know that you don't want to live like this. You would rather be committed with someone, but you have this past hurt here. And so it's like, should I just walk away and just, not even deal with anybody because I don't like this juggling? I don't like it. Okay, is what I'm hearing. I don't really like it. But yeah, I do see some mental instability here. And I think a lot of it has to do with past situations, past hurts, friends, family members. Yeah, there's a lot of different case scenarios, Aries. Outside influence, please. Let's look at the outside influence. Okay, so this is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So the person that you're dealing with or was dealing with, or the people, it's like they're no longer working on things with you. I feel like there was a time where there was foundations that were being, set in motion, but it's no longer. It's like either someone is not willing to commit. The person that you're dealing with is not willing to commit. They may have perceived it as they were trying to commit to you, but someone could possibly be putting their energy elsewhere, and you know about it, or you're suspecting it. This also can symbolize you needing to consider a different job or a career path. Okay, because this job or career path may not be what you need. It's not. It's going to lead to disappointment. It's not going to lead anywhere. Okay, is what I'm saying. So whatever this outside influence is, if it's friends, family members, or a loved one, it's like they're no longer working with you, or there's something that someone's not connected to you anymore, or they're off doing their own thing, but they're not really. And also with this job situation, it's like it's not really working at your best interest anymore. Maybe you need to consider a new route of career path or job. Okay, especially if it's becoming very uncomfortable with coworkers and things like that, and you're feeling wounded by that, and you're feeling like you're on the outside. It might be time for you to consider a new job or career. All right, let's see what's come out here. All right, so what needs to happen here? Communication. I think that you need to communicate about your wish fulfillment. If there's something that you're wishing to happen, in particular, if you feel like you want to let this person, friends, family members, or a loved one know what you are wanting, from this or from them. I think as long as you bring it in a positive way, like for instance, if you're dealing with someone and you are the one that is talking to several people, but you have someone that you really like, you know, and let them know, you know what, I have been through some shit in the past and I really, really like you and you are the one that I really want to be with, but I have this fear, you know, because I have been wounded in the past, you know. That's what I'm saying. And if there is someone that is dear to you, or if you feel like in your workspace you wanting to be more copacetic, or you're wanting that promotion, or you don't want to feel like you're left on the outside, you need to communicate with them, like, you know, what I would like to happen here is I would like to work in a space where it's harmonious and I don't feel this type of, instead of this is what's happening, I don't freaking like it, blah, 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 you know, letting people know what you would wish to happen and to be able to communicate that so that change can happen with the Wheel of Fortune, so that this positive change can happen and, you know, things can start to come towards you. Positive things can start to come towards you. But when you're not, you're just taking the stance of being wounded and you're thinking about just moving on, you're not really addressing. Okay, you're not really addressing what you would like to happen. Now, I'm not saying that you're necessarily going to get these things, but if you know from their responses that's not going to happen, then there's no reason for you to try to decide, you know, should I stay or should I go? That way you don't have to have this anxiety. You can't make a decision on how to handle something if you haven't vocalized what it is that you would like to happen. You know, and to know, is that a possibility? Because if it's not a possibility, I don't need to be sitting over here having sleepless nights wondering what I want to do when there's only one thing to do, which is go, right? So alleviate yourself, but be careful with your communication too. Make sure that you bring it in a positive way. What I would like to happen is blah, 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 blah. Now the outcome is with the Fool, which is I love to see, is stepping out on faith, taking a risk. Okay, new beginnings here. You got to do what's right for you, you know, and I think that sometimes we get stuck in this and that leads to this, you know, because now we're mentally unstable and we don't know what to do. And, you know, it's a place in a space that we don't need to be in, you know. So I do see that you're going to release yourself here and need to, and to start your own new beginning. Take a risk. Don't be so afraid of communication done right, and don't be afraid of the new. Okay. And for some of you, it comes down to letting your guard down. For some of you, there could be somebody that you do want to let in, but because of past hurts, you're not wanting to do so. But I'm seeing here that, you know, something good could come out of this, taking a risk and keeping faith. You know, when we stay in the old mindset, we create old patterns over and over and over again. And this is why the Wheel of Fortune is here. It's like something needs to change. Now, the only way something can change is one of two ways. Either you change it by making the cognitive decision to make the appropriate changes, or the universe steps in. And sometimes when the universe steps in, that tower comes and it comes crashing down, and it can be very hurtful, but so necessary. So you can either look at it and address it, or ignore it and allow the tower to come crashing in. And here we go. What did I just say? You got the cleanup card. Okay. It's time to clean some shit up. But let's go ahead and see what messages are in store. Okay. So it says, ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Hello. All right. Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home also? Too much work, overwhelmed, time to clean house. Every item out of place matters and natters away at you. Every unresolved resentment, Every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to an unnecessary feeling of being overwhelmed. Now is the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lingering in the mist for you. Exactly. All the old resentments, it just talked about that. All the past hurts, all the things that you're not saying that you need to say, all the clutter that's going on in your house because you've just been, doing other things, thinking about certain things. It's time to clean up your physical house and your mental house, Aries. Because there's some things, and I tell people this all the time, because I also do life coaching, right? So a lot of times people have all this stuff in their house that symbolize, the last relationships, or even things that are just nostalgic, and a lot of times they'll say, oh, this was a good time in my life, and they'll be telling me about some item, and then it'll have a good side to it, but it'll have an also bad side to it, right? And so things have energy. So if you have some things in your home that belong to people from past relationships, or gifts that people that have hurt you have given you, but you like the gifts and you're keeping them around in your home, understand that those things have energy, and energy takes up space. And if you have a whole bunch of shit in your house, photos and letters and gifts and items that belong to other people in your home, it doesn't leave space for positive things to come in, positive vibes, or for new people to come in. Those negative vibes are always swirling around you, all right? And they leave you feeling wounded on a regular basis. You don't know it because you can't see the energy, and you feel the energy, but you think that it's other people and it's other things. It's literally the things that are around you. It's the things that you're thinking, the things that you're feeling. Some of the things are all in your head, and you're looking at things on guard because the last person hurt you, or the last person said this or did that, and this person is probably going to do the same. Some of you have some mindsets that need to be cleaned up that are just all in your head. Some of this is that there is people that you have around you that do not have your best interest, and you know it. Some of you are drinking too much and putting yourself in toxic situations. Clean it up, Aries. Clean it the fuck up. All right? Because you're causing this on you now. All right? I hate to be so brass, but this is where that unconditional love needs to come from. You're needing to stand up for yourself in a way of, you guys stand up for yourself when you feel like someone's doing something or whatever to you, and that's fine. But it goes much deeper than that. You need to clean up your soul space, because some people are not coming at you. There are people that are positive around you that you might not be able to really see as positives because you've had so much negative. You're the wounded warrior. Maybe you're not really being left out. You just feel like you're being left out at work or with friends or family members or whatever. But it feels that way and it looks that way because of past situations. And, and this might be why some people are choosing to not be there, because you're not communicating that this is how you're feeling. You might just be taking the stance that this is what's happening. Okay, so for some of you, this is what's happening. And guess what? It freaking sucks. It's shitty. But you got to clean these people up and out in these situations. Some of you just need to find a better job, a different place to live, that sort of thing. Either way, you've got to clean it up. Aries, clean it up.